I'm back, my friend. Come on.
Come on.
Come on!
It's good to have you back.
It's good to be back. You're still a nice cuddler, aren't you?
So, looks like someone won't be eating for a while.
Yes. The runner who forgot to bring our brillies. Brollies. Brellies?
Brillies.
Brollas?
Brollos. Hello, good morning, good evening. Welcome to Australia. We are back and we're here for the next 3 weeks. Your hosts with the most, me and the gorgeous Holly Willoughby.
What? Sorry, what? What?
Oh, guys, that's the wrong script. You put the wrong script in the thing.
Sorry, what?
Nobody was sure if you would make it or not. We didn't know if you'd be here.
Unbelievable! They're parachutes.
Dennis is probably going to use one of those little Action Man parachutes. Little Action Man ones.
Sorry?
Because he's tiny, isn't he? He's tiny for a fully grown man. He's tiny. He probably needs a parachute to step off the pavement.
You're not the tallest guy in the world.
What's he going to sleep when he gets to camp? A matchbox. Tiny like a mouse.
Here's Shappy and Dennis preparing for the ultimate challenge. Free-falling thousands of feet into a lake and lighting that all-important flare.
Dennis, why is he so small? That's what I'm going to call him from now on. Dennis, why is he so small?
It was the Dennis flick, you see? The Dennis flick that did the trick. That's what won them the Dingo Dollars. Next up, the Outback Shack.
I'm still amazed that little Dennis managed to get up on the seat at all. I bet it was like being on the planks on the skyscraper for him because he's so tiny and it's so tall.
But you're actually...
I bet getting dunked in that water was like being thrown in the ocean for him. Somebody could have thrown him a polo mint as a rubber ring.
Time for Becky, Jenny and Dennis to go and say hello to our old friend Kiosk Keith at the Outback Shack.
How long is it going to take Dennis to get up on the counter to say hello to Kiosk Keith? The series finishes in 3 weeks. We haven't got that long. He's so tiny. He's a very small man.
But right now, the celebrities are all pulling their weight. They've all got their own jobs to do.
What's tiny little Dennis doing? I bet he's climbing inside the water bottles and giving them a good scrub, is he? Mind you don't drown in there, little man.
Dec,
Or he could be riding around on a cockroach like a tiny little cowboy, rounding up all the ants like that because he's so small. Or he might be cooking his dinner, which is a single grain of rice and 1 bean. And he still leaves half for his breakfast because he's so full in his tiny stomach. He's a very small man.
These ones would... I'm not going to touch them. These are toffs.
Yeah.
You got Dennis's?
I have. I've got Dennis's gloves. There they are. Tiny wee gloves. So you can fit his tiny, teeny little hands in them. He's such a small man. These are his small gloves.
You don't get this, do you?
These are actually too big for him as well. They're too big. That's how small his hands are. So tiny. He could do a high five with a mouse. There you go. Hi, mouse. Squeak, squeak.
Back to yesterday now, and with Jamie, Amir and Dennis having eaten nothing but rice and beans since they arrived, the pressure was on them for whoever would be facing the next trial. Here's the moment Becky and Toff found out dinner would be down to them.
Dennis doesn't even use the dunny anyway. He just lives tiny little drop-ins. Like little pellets around the camp, just like that. All over camp, just little poo-poos like that. He's such a small man.
And we're going to add our new Prime Minister, Ian Lee, to a tiny replica of the camp here. Let's pop him in there. There's our PM. There's Stanley there.
And here is an actual size Dennis Wise. There he is, just going in there. A tiny little man in there. There he is. And he's just saying, morning, everyone. I had a lovely night's sleep in my sleeping bag, which is one of Stanley's socks. Because he's so small.
This is starting to get right on
I'm just going to walk down the creek here. I'll be back in 3 days because my legs are so very, very short.
Here's Ian, his deputy Shappy and the rest of the team arriving at a new and improved Croc Creek.
I wonder what time Ant and Dec are coming in. They're so tall. They're giants. Especially that Dec. He's so tall.
Declan!
Not my words. The words of actual size Dennis Wise. He's a very small man.
Right, time for the latest and last camp versus camp challenge now, which pitted Vanessa, Toff and Kez from Snake Rock against Shappy, Ian and Dennis from Croc Creek.
Good, but not exactly a level playing field, though, was it? Because Snake Rock had 3 adults. Croc Creek had basically 2 adults and a child. A small, tiny child. A man-sized child called Dennis, a child-sized man, actually, called Dennis Wise. Little Dennis Wise.
We get it
On
now.
the plus side, though, he'll get into the trial for half price because he's just a child size. 2 adults and 1 child, please. That's what Ian will be saying. I hope there's no height restrictions on this trial because he's only, like, there, somewhere there.
Here's Snake Rock versus Croc Creek in the final challenge.
Maybe they should put a nappy on him. put a nappy on him because he's a child in case he gets scared in the trial and does a little poo-poo. A little poo because he's a very small man. And did you hear Dennis there? Dennis said that it's a nice relationship, and Dennis said that him and Jamie were getting a little bit jealous of their bromance. I thought actually Dennis was a little bit short there with Stanley. But he can't help it because he's just short. He should try and be the bigger man, but he can't because he's a very small man.
Shut up! Enough now! Enough! We've had it, we've heard it! This happened last year.
Last year. It's cards on the head time. A small replica model of which we have here. Look at that. A representation here on our table this year.
Is it?
New for 2017.
That's it, is it?
This is it.
We've been off air a year, and that's what you've done. That's all you've done. Eh? A whole year to make that?
Hey,
rubbish, man.
Don't be rough with it. I spent all summer making that.
Eh?
All summer that took me. No help from this one. Where were you all summer anyway? What were you doing? What were you doing? Why could you help?
Stuff.
Yeah, just stuff.
I was just dead busy. Dead busy. Ooh, kangaroo. Go to VT.
To be honest with you, I've never watched the show.
What?
Honestly,
Get out
yeah.
of there. Get out of there.
No, not Charlie.
Well, I've never watched you fight.
You've upset him now.
Let me at him, man. Let me at him.
It doesn't seem that bad, but...
Anytime you want to pay a compliment, you can.
No. But, you two look amazing on it.
That's better. We can move on. Snake out! He pulled the snake out!
Yesterday, they had a fascinating discussion about the moment they realised they were famous.
I still remember the first time I realised I was famous. This shy little lad hid behind his mum, sucking his thumb and asked for my autograph. How old were you?
I was 23.
He was 23. When you strip people's lives back to basics and take away their phones, something strange happens. Something bizarre. Something that belongs in the past. They start to talk to each other.
Yes, and Shappy and Jenny are the perfect example. Where's my phone? I've lost me. Has anybody seen my phone? I've lost my phone. I found my phone.
Tough was brilliant, wasn't she?
Tough
was brilliant, but they lost out because of Amir Khan.
And you know that's not his actual full name. No, his full name is Amir Khan. Finish the trial. I touched the snake and now I'm too scared. Bless him. He didn't know.
I pulled it out.
He didn't know
I pulled it out.
He didn't know what had hit him though, did he?
Which is unusual for a boxer. Huh? Have that? The vote for the trial is now closed. We're on our way into camp to tell them who'll be facing us.
What? Now, remember, we've already had over 2 million votes.
Wow!
5.
Yeah!
Missed.
Right, everybody, it's time for the return of the Dingo Dollar Challenge! Loves it.
If you haven't seen it before, it's Series 17. Where the hell have you been? Sharing a flat with Amir Khan?
I mean, come on.
First one is Parada de Tetas.
Oh!
Parada de Tetas.
Come on, guys!
God, it's not
What an
fair.
arsehole.
You know the couple of days, wouldn't they?
Come on, guys!
To be honest, they're all getting a bit smelly in there.
No, it can happen, though. It can happen in this Australian heat. I mean, I've had a few underarm odor problems myself. Luckily, I got my hands on some extra strong Australian deodorant from the cameraman. Yeah. Sorts it right out, I tell you.
Good, that's all right. What? You what? You gotta be joking me!
Well, I haven't put it on yet, have I, you idiot?
Oh!
He's just giving it as I'm putting it on after the show. Nincompoop. Right, time for the latest Bush Tucker trial now. And yesterday, Amir Khan was stopped in the third, but now it was time for the rematch. And it all took place down there.
Ah! There it is again! I'm blind!
Jeff, he cannot see, man.
Stanley does love moving his hands to make his point. Isn't that right, Ant?
Yes, it is, Dec. My favourite part of that VT, though, was hearing that when Amir was a kid, he got his head stuck in a gate.
Of course he did.
Oh, you can hear him now, can't you, as a kid? What does a gate do? What does a gate do? Never seen a gate before. What do you do with them? Do you stick your head in? I stick my head in. Mum, my head's stuck in a gate.
Bless him.
You get a go.
What?
I don't even get a go.
It's the poll of judgment.
What a load of...
And when you're a real man, you need real man's food.
Yeah, man. We're talking quinoa, couscous, maybe a bit of sushi here. You know, man food.
And when you're a real man, you need a real man's workout.
Yeah, man. We're talking Pilates, yoga, maybe a bit of Zumba here.
Right.
Tell them the good news.
Can't believe I just ate a dick. And an arsehole.
What did you call us?
Arseholes. Yeah. Bye, boys. See you later.
Bye.
She called us a dick and an arsehole.
She's not far off, is she?
So Amir had won the trial, and Croc Creek were waiting for that moment that gets all the celebrities really overexcited.
Stupidly excited.
The arrival of the food bag.
Actually, should be our breakfast in about 5... Now!
Yes!
Now! Let's have a look.
Yes.
That's what we got.
Yes.
Celebrities, that's us. After your performance in presenting the Bush Tucker trial, which we did brilliantly, I thought, breakfast is wallaby sausages, scrambled ostrich eggs, and kangaroo bacon. I don't think so.
Good morning and welcome to Australia, where the big news is we've had a snap election.
Ooh.
And you know what snap elections are like? You don't always get the result you want.
Evening, Prime Minister. She is still Prime Minister, isn't she?
For the moment.
For the moment.
Oh,
I
bless
feel
them.
sorry for them.
But you see that though, Kez slipping straight into politician mode
She
there,
did,
wasn't
didn't she?
About losing the cake.
Yeah.
It's not a massive strategic loss to the camp. Strategic loss to the camp.
Very good.
Yeah.
But it's the way their brain works, isn't it? Politicians, is they answer all questions like that. Like if somebody was to say to her, Kez, do you want to clean the dunny? She'd be like, the issue is not whether I clean the dunny or no. The issue is that the dunny's previous incumbent has left the dunny in such a terrible state.
Oh, very good, very good. Talking to
That was
politicians...
Scottish, by the
yeah,
way.
no, I know it was Scottish. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I got it. Talking to politicians, it's time for more from Prime Minister Ian Lee now. Now, we already know his policy when it comes to farting in bed.
Firmly against it.
And we're about to find out his position on who should face Amir Khan in the latest Bush Tucker trial. Fascinating stuff, that, isn't it? It's fascinating. I actually knew very little about those strange, cold-blooded creatures.
What, tortoises?
No, posh people. Ha-ha! Stick it to them. Someone should do a nature documentary about them.
They have. It's made in Chelsea, that's what it's called. It's like Blue Planet with Range Rovers.
Yeah, stick it to them. Now, yesterday we told the celebs that... Now, in a moment, celebs, we're going to ask you to sit near Kez's flag if you think she'll win. Or if you think Ian's going to win, sit next to his flag.
So, are you going to move to Kez's?
Although,
Really?
I think they've probably backed the right horse,
you?
if I'm
Okay.
completely honest. I think you've made a sensible decision.
I didn't expect that.
Right. Can I go and give her a hand? You
No
wanna
way,
give her a
that
hand?
is my worst.
Hates pigeons. Amir, can you see why this camel's nickname is Donald Hump?
Donald Hump.
Same hair.
Oh man, I hate spiders. And you all know I hate spiders. I don't know why you're making me do this, man.
It's because we know you hate spiders.
Please? Ah! Oh, is that what's he doing?
He's got the up with you, Donald Hump.
There was an actual camel in the trial. A camel in the trial. Who on earth was responsible for getting Donald Hump into our White House?
My money's on the Russians.
You've only gone and just done some American political satire there.
Oh.
Brilliant. Jenny and Jamie find out how much fun you can have in the jungle with a little smoothie.
Oh, I can certainly recommend that, can't I? You little smoothie. I'm not going to let go. You're going to...
This is awkward. Before all that, though, back to yesterday morning when for the very first time all 11 celebrities were united in camp, which meant harmony, happiness and a hell of a queue for the dunny.
You're a pretty little smoothie, aren't you?
Welcome back to I'm a Celebrity. Get me out of here. We're on our way into camp to tell them who's doing the next trial.
Now, when you're in the jungle and away from your loved ones, it's no surprise that you start fantasising about something you're missing out on.
Oh, yeah.
I am, of course, talking about
Sexy
Parmesan
time.
cheese.
Oh.
See? Like, nice sentiment
Lovely
from Stanley,
sentiment.
but it's not a poem.
It's not
That
a
is
poem.
not classed as a poem.
No.
A poem has to rhyme.
It's got to rhyme,
Got to
man.
rhyme.
It's got to rhyme.
Like my favourite poem. Want to hear it? Mm-hmm. There was a young man from Nantucket
Who's not going to be spoken about on tonight's show.
Whoa, what? Can I get a
Steady
rewind
on.
here?
Steady on.
Man, hot cock. What's he talking about?
It's anybody's guess. I actually Googled it,
And?
and I've been kicked off the Wi-Fi.
Damn it.
parental controls or something, I don't know.
Time for the latest Bush Tucker trial, and this one featured something that hasn't been seen for a while in Britain. A Prime Minister with the majority of the country actually voted for.
Very good. We got there in the end.
We did.
Very
we did,
good.
we did.
Saturday night political satire, that's what that is.
Is that what?
Yes, exactly. Brilliant.